This space is inspired by Carl Jung's psychology and the idea that every choice we make is a reflection of the soul. Here we don't predict the future or tell you who you're supposed to be. Instead, we explore how symbols speak to the subconscious, revealing insight, awareness, and truth already within you. The symbol you're drawn to isn't random. It reflects what your inner world is ready to understand, heal, or awaken. Take a breath, trust what stands out to you, and allow this reflection to meet you exactly where you are. Each symbol represents the hidden truth that already exists within you, and the message you'll hear is meant to bring awareness to what your soul is ready to unlock right now. There's no right or wrong choice, trust the one that stands out. To you first, your choice is a reflection. And sometimes, reflection is exactly what we need to grow. Now take a second and I'll give you some time to choose. Message 1. The aligned self. What does my best version look and feel like? If you were drawn to this symbol, your best version feels internally aligned. There is less mental noise, less emotional whiplash, and a deep sense of self-trust. Neuroscience shows that when a person's thoughts, emotions, and actions are congruent, the brain enters a state of coherence. This is when decision-making improves, anxiety lowers, and confidence stabilizes. Carl Jung called this state individuation, when the conscious and unconscious stop pulling in opposite directions. Biblically, this reflects a house divided against itself cannot stand. Under Mark 3:25. Your best self is unified. What's been holding you back is inner contradiction. You've known what's right for you, but you've delayed acting on it, often to avoid conflict, loss, or discomfort. The nervous system interprets that hesitation as danger-keeping. You stuck in stress patterns. How to reach your best version. Begin acting in alignment, even when it's uncomfortable. Alignment precedes confidence, not the other way around. Small, consistent integrity rewires the brain faster than big declarations. Benefits: peace, decisiveness, emotional stability. Life feels simpler because you're no longer negotiating with yourself. Signs: you're already there. You trust your decisions. You feel calm after choosing, even if it's hard. You don't ruminate as much. How to maintain it: daily self-honesty. Scripture says, let your yes be yes. That's alignment. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to help us continue to put out videos just like this one. Message 2. The regulated self. My best version feels safe inside my body. If you chose this symbol, your best version feels emotionally regulated. Behavioral neuroscience shows that growth cannot happen when the nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. Your best self is not reactive, it's responsive. Jung understood that unresolved emotion lives in the unconscious and hijacks behavior. Biblically, God is not a God of confusion, but of peace. 1 Corinthians 14:33. Peace is not avoidance, it's regulation. What's holding you back is chronic stress conditioning. You've been functioning in survival mode for so long that chaos feels normal. How to combat it: slow the body first. Breath, sleep, routine, and consistency come before motivation. Regulation is biological, not moral. Benefits: clarity, patience, emotional resilience. You stop overreacting and start responding. Signs: you're already there. Faster emotional recovery. Less need to explain yourself. Calm in situations that once triggered you. How to maintain it: protect your nervous system like Scripture says. Above all else, guard your heart. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to help us continue to put out videos just like this one. Message 3. The conscious self. My best version is awake, not autopilot. This symbol reflects awareness. Your best self feels present. Neuroscience shows that awareness interrupts unconscious habit loops. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Biblically, this is be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. What's holding you back is unconscious repetition. Patterns learned early that you never questioned. How to reach your best version: notice patterns without judgment. Awareness itself weakens them. Benefits: freedom of choice, clarity, self-mastery. Signs: you're already there. You catch yourself mid-pattern. You pause before reacting. You feel less controlled by emotion. Maintain it through reflection. Awareness is a practice. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to help us continue to put out videos just like this one. Message 4, the empowered self. What does my best version look and feel like? If you were drawn to this symbol, your best version feels strong, self-directed, and internally authoritative. This is not dominance or ego. It's grounded power, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself. Behavioral neuroscience shows that when a person believes they can influence outcomes, the brain releases dopamine in a way that increases motivation, confidence, and resilience. Power, when integrated, stabilizes the nervous system instead of overstimulating it. Carl Jung described this as integrating the shadow, the parts of yourself that hold instinct, assertiveness, anger, ambition, and raw life force. When these parts are rejected, they don't disappear. They turn inward as anxiety or outward as self-sabotage. Biblically, this aligns with the meek shall inherit the earth. Meekness is not weakness. It is strength under control. What your best version looks like. You take responsibility for your life without resentment. You make decisions even when outcomes aren't guaranteed. You no longer wait for permission to act on what you know is right. Others sense your presence immediately, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. What's been holding you back? You were likely taught that power was dangerous, selfish, or disruptive. So you learned to suppress it to stay safe, liked, or accepted. Neuroscience confirms that suppressed assertiveness often shows up as chronic tension, irritability, or burnout. You've been carrying strength without direction. How to fight this inner battle? Start by honoring your instincts instead of second-guessing them. Practice setting boundaries without apology. Use discipline, not force. Jung believed that conscious power transforms chaos into purpose. Benefits of becoming your best self. Confidence becomes natural. You stop over-explaining. You trust your ability to handle what comes. Leadership emerges, first within yourself, then outwardly. Signs you're already operating in this state. You can say no without guilt. You feel capable under pressure. You don't abandon yourself to keep peace. How to maintain it? Anchor power to values. Scripture reminds us, to whom much is given, much is required. Power stays healthy when it serves purpose. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to help us continue to put out videos just like this one. Message 5, the whole self. What does my best version look and feel like? If this symbol stood out to you, your best version feels whole, accepting, and internally peaceful. Not perfect, not finished, but complete. Neuroscience shows that self-acceptance reduces stress hormones and increases emotional regulation. When the brain no longer perceives parts of the self as threats, it stops fighting internally. Carl Jung believed that healing happens not through elimination, but integration. Every rejected part of the psyche becomes a source of suffering. Biblically, this aligns with a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. Wholeness is strength. What your best version looks like. You stop trying to erase your past or outgrow your humanity. You allow contradictions. You no longer define yourself by your worst moments or limit yourself to your best ones. There's a quiet humility and confidence in how you move through life. What's been holding you back? Fragmentation. You've been trying to fix yourself instead of understand yourself. Shame taught you that certain emotions, desires, or experiences made you unworthy. Neuroscience shows that shame fractures identity, keeping the brain in self-monitoring mode instead of growth mode. How to fight this inner battle? Practice self-compassion without self-indulgence. Name all parts of yourself, even the uncomfortable ones, without condemnation. Jung taught that what we accept transforms, what we resist persists. Benefits of becoming your best self. Inner peace. Emotional maturity. You stop seeking external validation because you no longer feel internally divided. Life feels meaningful, not rushed. Signs you're already operating in this state. You're less reactive to criticism. You feel at home in your body and mind. You don't need to prove or perform. How to maintain it? Stay reflective. Stay humble. Stay present. Scripture says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it to completion." Wholeness is not achieved, it's allowed. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to help us continue to put out videos just like this one.